Hello, my dearest readers. Today I'm here with a detailed, non-spoiler review of Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, a psychological thriller that explores survival, trauma, memory, and truth. Anyone who has been interested in reading fiction has probably come across this author at least once, and if you haven't read her books yet, please do. You genuinely won't regret it. So moving on to Not Quite Dead Yet. This is a twist-filled psychological thriller that follows a woman racing against time to solve her own murder. The story centers around Jet Mason, a 27-year-old woman and the daughter of one of the wealthiest families in Woodstock, Vermont. Despite her privileged background, Jet feels like her life has never truly begun. She keeps postponing her ambitions, constantly reassuring herself that there will always be more time. That illusion shatters on Halloween night when she is violently attacked by an unseen intruder. The assault leaves her with a catastrophic head injury, and her doctor delivers devastating news. Within 7 days, the injury will trigger a fatal aneurysm, and nothing can be done to prevent it. Jet is no longer fighting for recovery. She is fighting against time itself. Until this moment, she never believed she had enemies. But faced with her impending death, she is forced to re-examine everyone in her life. Suspicion slowly creeps toward those closest to her: her powerful family, her former best friend who is now her sister-in-law, her ex-boyfriend, and all of them begin to appear in a far more unsettling light. As her condition worsens and her world narrows, she realizes she has only 7 days left and only one person she can fully trust: her childhood friend, Billy. Despite her physical decline and fading strength, Jet becomes determined to finish something she has never completed before. With time slipping away and danger possibly closer than she realizes, she makes one final defiant decision. She will uncover the truth behind the attack and solve her own murder before it kills her. If you're already familiar with Holly Jackson, you probably know her for writing fast-paced, twisty thrillers with YA characters and very clever plotting. She's most famous for A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I don't usually read book series, and that's exactly why I procrastinated reading it, which honestly was my biggest mistake. The day I finally picked it up, I divided my life into 2 parts: me before reading AGGTM, and me after reading AGGTM. That series is a masterpiece, and I genuinely have to stop myself from talking about it too much. Coming back to this book, it's written across a span of 7 days, and you're thrown straight into a ticking clock situation where every moment matters, every detail feels important, and every interaction could be a clue. One thing Holly Jackson does extremely well, and she does it again here, is pacing. The book moves fast, but not carelessly. Each chapter feels purposeful. Each scene pushes the story forward. There's always something at stake. However, and this is just my personal opinion, at some point I did feel like the plot was slightly dragged. It's not that I felt bored because I didn't, but I think certain sections could have been tighter and faster. I also noticed a bit of repetition in places. Still, overall, it kept me hooked and constantly guessing. As the story unfolds, you're continuously questioning who can be trusted, what people are hiding, and how quickly everything in life can change. It also subtly reminds you about the importance of living in the present instead of constantly postponing your life for later. That emotional layer adds weight to the story and stops it from being just another fast thriller. There is also a secondary case involved in the narrative. I won't go into details to avoid spoilers. But personally, I felt that storyline could have been developed more. It had strong potential, but it didn't feel as fully explored as it could have been. Overall, Not Quite Dead Yet is gripping, dramatic, tense, and incredibly binge-readable. It's the kind of book that makes you say just one more chapter, until suddenly it's 2 a.m. Is it my absolute favorite book by Holly Jackson? Maybe not, but it's bold, emotionally layered, and packed with enough tension to keep you fully invested. It keeps you suspicious, reflective, and slightly unsettled in the best way possible. And honestly, any thriller that can make you question every single character, and even yourself, is doing something very right. If you've read this book, I'd genuinely love to know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't, tell me. Are you ready to start the countdown? If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy reading.